going to talk about today. Today is building a legacy, the journey of an entrepreneur. Okay, so we're going to talk about your journey a little bit. When you first become an entrepreneur, the first thing that happens is the welcome, right? Welcome aboard, everybody. You have the opportunity. Welcome to being an entrepreneur. You've decided to take the leap towards moving into a new career path. You've taken your first step into the journey. Congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. Next is the excitement, right? We're all excited when we first start, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes. Y'all better wake up after lunch. The first few weeks of your new journey is filled with a lot of excitement. You're full of new ideas and hope and motivation. Then, of course, we have the plans, right? Now we got to create the plans. At this stage in your journey, you're laying out the plans and getting set up. At this point, you're organizing an office space, getting registrations done, new website and business cards. You're almost ready to open up your new business. Yay! Oh, wait a minute. Now we got to execute the plan. Now that you have a plan, all you need to do is execute it, right? Congratulations, you made it. If it were only that simple, right? How many of you guys feel like that? Like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then, ta-da, we have a business. And then all of a sudden, we have the cracks. When we're building our legacy, we know that even with the best laid out plan, there inevitably will be elements that will throw cracks in our empire. Yes or yes?
Yes.
How about time? Time is definitely a crack in our foundation, yes?
Yes.
How many of you guys wish you had more of it? Y'all ever found that 25th hour?
No.
I'm still looking. Let me know when you find it, okay? How about procrastination? How many of you guys do this? Let's be honest. Woo, we're all guilty of that, right? How about this one? We say, it's a hobby. We got some really good perks here, though, don't we?
Yeah.
So it's easy to say it's just a hobby. How about some discouragement? Y'all feel that? Those are definitely some cracks in our legacy, right? Sarah talked about this yesterday. Self-doubt. That internal dialogue. How many of you guys are going to go home today and change that internal dialogue? You all know that you're powerful?
Yes.
Do you all know that you're powerful?
Yes.
You need to believe that because every single one of you are powerful and have the power to change what's in here. How about the excuses? That's a big one, right? Well, after excuses, we got the storm. Will your foundation be ready? Sorry, honey. Every empire will go through a storm. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. You have to build an empire strong enough to withstand the storm. That's the key. How do we do that? I'm going to give you guys a little insight.
Legacy. There's power in your name. Power in your name. McDonald's is a last name. Abercrombie and Fitch, last names. Armani is a last name. Baskin Robbins is a last name. Chrysler is a last name. Fisher Price, Gucci, Hennessy, Harley Davidson, Hilton, Honda, Kohl's, Kraft Foods, Lowe's Movie Theater, Marriott is a last name. Maybach is a last name. Nordstrom is a last name. Pillsbury is a last name. Porsche is a last name. Procter & Gamble, 2 last names. Rolls Royce, Charles Rolls Henry Royce, last names. Turner Broadcast System, Ted Turner, last name. Versace, last name. Wells Fargo, Henry Wells, William Fargo, last name. Walgreens, last name. Wrigley's, last name. Welch's Grape Juice, last name. What if I told you that your blessing is attached to your name? that part of the reason why you're not wealthy yet is because you keep trying to make Yolanda wealthy. You keep trying to make Tasha wealthy. What if you made Johnson's wealthy? What if you started thinking about your kids? What if you started thinking about your legacy? What if God started dropping Canaan and opening up windows of heaven? Because now you're not just thinking about you, you're thinking kingdom. I don't know what my name meant before I got here, but I know it's going to mean before I leave. You got a legacy. Power in your name. I don't care about legacy. I'm single. I don't care about legacy. I don't have no kids. I don't care about legacy. My family never cared about me. I don't care about them. My life is my own. Why do I need to even think about legacy? Well, here's the thing I have to say to you. The thing you need to know is this. You are leaving a legacy whether you want to or not. Everybody in this room is going to leave a legacy. The question is, are you going to be intentional about the legacy you're leaving? Are you actually going to be intentional, or are you just going to let anything be passed down, anything be given to others on your behalf? Don't let it be so. It's like this past weekend, I went out to go preach. And when I went to go preach, I went into a city and I rented a car. When I went to the rental car, they said, go downstairs in the garage. You can grab any car. When I went down there were only 2 cars. There was one car that looked like it wouldn't make it past Monday. And then there was another car. So I went to this car. But when I got into the car smelled like cigarette smoke. And so I took off with the car because, I'm just like, hey, let me get out of here. And so I'm driving the car for a couple of days. When I bring the car back, drop off the keys, they say, hey, you have any problems with the car? I said, no problems with the car. They said, all right, cool. I leave. And they said, I looked on my email and they billed me $350. How you going to charge me? I've never smoked a day in my life. They said, sorry, sir, you brought the car back smelling like cigarettes. I said, no, I didn't bring the car back smelling like cigarettes. Y'all brought me a car that smelled like cigarettes. They said, no, all we know is that you brought us a car with cigarettes, so you have to pay the price. Can I tell you something? That is a picture of many of our lives. Some of us lived a life that stunk so bad. And many of you are paying a price for a life that you didn't live, but somebody lived before you, and they handed you down a name or a life that stunk so bad that now you got to pay forever for it. And I'm here to let you know, stop giving people this dirty, nasty, stinky life. Why don't you build a legacy so when somebody gets into the car of your life, they want to say thank you instead of, I can't believe what you did to me. God forbid you are sitting in this place saying, I don't care about legacy. You need to care about it. Because somebody's got to live in the life you have. You are passing something down whether you want to or not. Your last name is bigger than your first name. I don't care how you got your name, but you need to be living for your last name. There are some people who are attached to you who say, Mama, can you do something with this name? There's some people who are saying, Dad, can you do something with their name? Maybe God gave you the name to change and reverse some of the stuff that the name meant one day. I wish there was somebody in this room that say my name might mean one thing right now, but I promise after today, this name's getting ready to change. I promise after today, everybody's going to want my last name. I'm here to let you know you are a curse breaker. You're thinking kingdom. Not just getting married, you breaking a curse. You are not just graduating from college, you breaking a curse. You are not just getting out of high school, you breaking a curse. You are not just saved, you breaking a curse. And everybody around you is about to be blessed because of what God's getting ready to do in your life.
Let me tell you all, everybody that was in those pictures are all curse breakers. Do y'all believe that? Every one of you can be a curse breaker. Let me tell you how you start building your real foundation, the strong foundation. First of all, you need inspiration and motivation, right? Yeah. Inspiration and motivation. What is your why? You got to create a purpose. Let me tell you and show you my why. Everybody those are some pretty cute kids. But let me tell you, there's a couple things that you probably didn't notice in that video. See, everybody looks at Justin and Amy Cabrera and they think 2-star platinums, oh my gosh, they're like, these crazy big leaders. But let me tell you where we started. Do you notice something in here? This is our nightstand. This is our nightstand when we first started Evo. This nightstand is made out of crates that my husband got from Walmart on a discount clearance aisle. That was our nightstand. How about this? What's missing here? Anybody can tell me? No headboard. headboard. We had no headboard. We couldn't afford one. And I know you guys see a mattress here. That looks like a mattress, right? It's actually an air mattress. We were sleeping on an air mattress for probably about 8 months or so before we finally got an actual bed. And I don't know if you guys know, but I have back problems, so that was not quite fun. This is where we started. This is what I remember. Every single time that I'm tired, every single time that I want to come up with excuses, I think to myself, I can't, because there's no way I'm ever going back to that. You keep that in your back pocket. We have to take the initiative. I love this quote. Lots of people never use their initiative because no one told them to. Taking the initiative means noticing opportunities and taking action, the key word being action. You guys have heard all gold consultants come up here and take their awards. Congratulations, but the one thing that they all said is thank you for this what?
Opportunity.
The only difference is that they did something with the opportunity. They took action. They put the action behind the wish. How about this quote? The moment you accept responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you gain the power to change anything in your life. Can everybody say power?
Power.
Ownership. So many people start out a journey looking for someone to do it for them. Why would you give anybody that much control? Founder teaches us all the time, if you give them that much control, they can do what? Take it away. It's up to you. It is not up to your sponsor. It is not up to your mentor. It is not up to the person who brought you in the business. Yes, they are a resource. Yes, they are a tool. But it's up to you to say, I am going to change my legacy. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes. The glue. We got to create a process, right? As a matter of fact, what builders do is create a duplicatable. Say it again. Process. For each item you would like to accomplish, create a process. Identify what you would like to accomplish and create steps. It's that simple. Everybody's looking for a secret answer. There is no secret answer. Write down what you want to accomplish and write a plan on how you're going to accomplish that and create a process on how to do it. Make it duplicatable. How about this? Sacrifice. Most people don't want to do this. How many of you feel stuck? But how many of you will actually sacrifice the barbecues, the Netflix, the Hulu shows, but I gotta go, to the movies, I gotta go do this. A lot of you aren't willing to sacrifice. My mother's in the room today, and she can tell you, she called me, our first year, she called me all the time. Sorry, Mom, I can't right now, I'm working. Sorry, Mom, I can't right now, I'm working. Yes or no, Mom? She understood. Was she mad? A couple times, but she understood. I also had to sacrifice that because I knew what I was going for. What do you spend your time on that you can sacrifice to make your future a priority? It's not even just your future, you guys, it's the fact of being able to have the choice of freedom. How many of you guys want the choice of freedom? What do I mean by that? The choice to be able to say, you know what, I feel like working from the beach today. I feel like working from home today. As a matter of fact, you know what? I don't want to get out of bed. I'm going to stay in my jammies, and I am going to work from my bed, snuggling with my kids. That's the freedom of choice. Mindset. You got to train your mind. Practice this. This takes practice, especially for those of you who have an internal dialogue that is not so great. You can change it, but you have to practice, just like Fred, how many times are you in the gym? Where is he? Where'd he go? How many times do you go to the gym? Every chance you get, because you're training, right? You think you get big muscles like that by not going to the gym? Your mind is the same thing. It's a muscle. You have to train it. The great thing about your mind is we can retrain it. Don't let the past define your future. It's important to have a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. Make the time. We haven't found that 25th hour, right? Time management is an important key to success. I'm not going to go too far into this because that would take me a whole other hour. But I did drop a time management video in Whova for you. So just go into the speaker area and you should be able to find that. Income producing activities. Whenever you hear David McCovey talking about IPAs, this is what he's referring to. Income producing activities is a task or tactic that is designed to support our specific income goals and skip over those items on our to-do list that are most likely what?
Busy work.
How many of you guys are guilty of busy work? Do you know how many agents I talk to and they're like, well, I gotta remodel my entire office. I have to paint, I have to this, and I have to that. Why? Why? I just showed you what our bedroom looked like. You know what my office was when we first started? My kitchen table and my phone. That was it, and a notepad. Eventually, I rewarded myself with a laptop with my commissions, right? Which is also a tax write-off. Release your excuses. This is a big one. How many of you guys say, I would, but I can't because I'd be there if? Every excuse should be replaced with a reason. I would, but I have kids. You should because you have kids. I can't because I don't have enough time. You need to, so you can have all the time that you want. I would be there if I didn't have a job. You need to be there because you have a job. How many of you guys want to fire your boss? Sierra kind of took this one from me earlier. I didn't know she was going to say this, but I'm not surprised because it's very powerful. Fred Howell, I have to thank you for this one. Don't let your excuses excuse you. I'm gonna leave you guys with the 4 C's of entrepreneurship. Number 1, confidence, capability, courage, and commitment. Now I'm gonna say a phrase and I want you guys to repeat it after me. You ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Man, y'all sleepy after lunch.
Huh?
I am confident in my abilities.
I am confident in my abilities.
I am capable.
I am capable.
I have the courage to succeed.
I have the courage to succeed.
I am committed to my success.
I am committed to my success.
Repeat that.
Repeat
I
that.
am committed to my
Louder.
I am committed to my success.
That's right. If you want to change your life, this is from our beautiful Nikki Lee. Rest in heaven, Nikki. I know you're right here with me. If you want to change your life, you have to change your life. Period. And I want you guys to repeat these words. We are a
Curse breaker. Legacy maker.
1, 2, 3. Curse breaker. Again. Curse breaker. Legacy maker. Thank you guys, everybody. My name is Amy Cabrera.